YouTube, what it do, man? Honey Gang, what it do? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, man, we are not at the ranch. And y'all know, if we here, then it's pretty much time for another unboxing. Or we on the Mantis Laser Academy. But today, it's an unboxing. And I don't know if we can call it an unboxing, Honey Gang, because this is a used firearm. We're gonna call it the trade. Because that's exactly what it is. This firearm was brought to the channel by or via trade. If you are familiar with the channel, you know and you hear me say all the time, I do not sell or trade firearms. And this was a one-time exception. It will never happen again. If I have purchased a firearm, it is still here on the channel somewhere in this safe. Again, I do not sell or trade firearms. I made an exception this time. First and foremost, let's make a full disclosure now so y'all can go ahead and get this out the way. In the gun world, this trade is considered a L on my behalf. Yeah, like the Mavs losing Luka. It was an L. I don't care how you chop it up. It's an L. Hey, right now they say Anthony Davis is undefeated in a Mavs uniform. It was an L. I don't care how you chop it up. You understand? It was an L. Yeah, man. So, but I'm okay with it because this is what I wanted. Honey Gang, we now have the Staccato P. Yeah, man, the Staccato P. You understand me? Real P. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I know a lot of y'all are wondering, how could you take an L with a Staccato P? You got a Staccato. How could you take an L? Well, let's get right into it, man. First and foremost, we have your lock, your Staccato manual, you have your firing sheet, we're gonna set this aside because this don't come with it. That came with the trade. Your show clear and that all that good stuff. So, what y'all came here to see. This trade did include four, instead of the two 17-round mags. He did provide me with 4 17-round mags. Honey Gang. The Staccato P. Same direction. We are clear. Okay, mag back in for aesthetics. Shout out to BTG. You understand me? Okay, Honey Gang. So, first and foremost, let's get into it. Some of the specifications right out of the box. It's a 4.5 pound trigger. You have a 4.4 inch bull barrel, which I just mentioned. You also have a steel frame. It is 4.4 toolless Dawson precision recoil system. And it is coming in at 33 ounces. I know y'all are wondering, what could he have possibly traded to take a L on a Staccato P? All right, honey gang. One of my subscribers, one of my followers, got lucky. Got real lucky, honey gang. I recently made a purchase that's gonna make this trade okay. I traded the Staccato XL for this Staccato P. Now again, I recently made a purchase that's gonna make this trade okay. But for right now, until we do the unboxing on that purchase, for right now, let's get into this Staccato P. I'm gonna put my Instagram follower and as well, he's a subscriber as well. But I'm gonna put his Instagram up because he's in Dallas, Texas, and he does gold guns. He's seen my Instagram post. If you follow me on Instagram, I made a post saying that I wanted to trade my Staccato XL for either a Staccato P or a Staccato HD. Shout out to Tyler Jamal, man. He's well respected in the shooting game in the 2A area, and he knows a lot about what he's talking about when it comes to firearms. And he told me to stay away from the Staccato HD this first batch, wait on the 4.5. So I went with the Staccato P instead of the Staccato HD. So again, I'm gonna put my subscribers' Instagram up. If you're in Dallas, Texas, and you're trying to get your firearms accessorized, holler at these guys, see what they can do for you. Check out their Instagram and check out their work. Let them know I sent you. Okay, so honey gang, let's get down to the nitty gritty. The Staccato XL was $36.99 on the website. $3,700. The Staccato P is listed at $24.99. $2,500. Off top, it's a $1,200 difference. We already took a $1,200 loss on the Staccato P. Damn! Also, we're going to have to add, I'm on Staccato's website. Let me see how much that extra costs. Custom. Also, honey gang, I had the DLC coated barrel on my Staccato XL. Theirs does not have that. And on the website, that is another $100. So, yes, so that's another $100. I've already reached out to Staccato. They've sent the email for me to fill out to send this in to them. This will be sent in to them to get these things done because this will be a carry pistol. But not until I get the things done that I'm about to mention. So the DLC barrel, coated barrel, would be another $100. Also, I had the X serrations on my Staccato XL, and that is another $250. So we went from $1,200 to what was that, $350. So we had $1,550 difference already as far as the L that's been taken. if we're just chopping it up by numbers. Now, again, in this world, in the firearm world, if you getting what you like or what you want, it's really not an L. So I don't want to put it off on them like they forced me to take an L, you know what I'm saying? Because this was a trade that I proposed, and I got what I wanted because of something else that I got. So, on top of that, while I got it with Staccato, I said I wanted to try this flat face trigger that they offer, and it's another $80. So we're gonna get that done as well. We're gonna go from the curve to the flat face trigger, and you have the option. It's stock right now at 4.5 pounds. You have an option to bring that down to 3 and 3.5. So I'm going to do that. Now, honey gang, when we made this trade, it was nighttime. I know, we shouldn't have done that in the first place. But we made this trade, and we met at a gas station. It was pretty lit up. I did my best to inspect it, and I thought that I did. And for the most part, I did. But I did miss this. There's supposed to be a little punch tool there, something like this or something like this in there. Now, of course, when I send it off to Staccato, I've already, like I said, spoken with them, and I mentioned that. They said that wasn't a thing. No problem. They would put that back in there for me. I did the very next day once I woke up, and I did further inspection during the daytime. I seen that, and of course, I took it right outside to the ranch and made sure that it was firing and still fired, and the weapon still performs. But I want that because it's supposed to be there, so I want it, and I'm gonna get it. But besides that, honey gang, this is the Staccato P. It was hard to say goodbye to the Staccato XL because we had just, matter of fact, just ordered a whole outside the waistband holster for it, and only ran it 1 or 2 times on the channel with Hustle, and now it's gone. Anybody looking for this, holla at me. Yeah, so now we're gonna have to find some new stuff for the Staccato P, but yeah, again, we won't start carrying this until we send it off to Staccato, get the X-serrations, the DLC coated barrel, trigger, and this pin put in. Y'all try not to get on me too bad in the comments about the trade. Let it all work out. It'll all work out. I promise, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick to my J job on the singing. But I promise, just wait for the next unboxing and it'll all work out, man. And again, I know y'all gonna be like, the Staccato XL for the P, and I get it, and to each his own. And again, it'll make a little more sense down the line, and I'll explain a little better when that time comes. But one thing that I didn't like on the Staccato XL was that I did not have the optics ready version. And again, I've already been in contact with Staccato about the P, because I was trying to contact them about the XL. I contacted them about the XL and asked to get an optic cut. And I'm glad that I had to call back because I originally contacted Staccato to get an optic cut, and they told me, yeah, but dig this, honey gang. Staccato told me that the price for an optic cut was $525. Yeah, man, $525 for an optic cut. I finally broke down a couple months, because I would contact them a couple months ago about this optic cut. I finally broke down here recently and was going to sometime this month, and was calling them again to get the information I needed to send the Staccato in, and they were asking me which Staccato XL I had, and they asked me did I have the Staccato XL that had the version where the windage could be adjusted on the back, which I did. They then informed me that my Staccato XL couldn't even be sent in for a staccato cut, for an optic cut, because that version wasn't made to have an optic cut put on it. So they discontinued that version. They don't even sell that version anymore because they were running into this problem. And I wanted an optic. So that was another reason for the trade. And they also provided the Dawson's Precision plate, which was $160 from Shields, because you do need a plate, and that was provided in the trade. It's on there. So that was another reason for the trade. I did not like that I wasn't able to put an optic on. And as you can see from the picture, I was able to put an optic on, but I do not like the way this looks. I had to remove sights to put an optic on, and that just don't look good to me. I like to have my back iron sights, and I didn't like the fact that I had to remove them, and that it had to sit so high to be on. If I had to go without the back irons, if I still had if it didn't sit so high, I might be okay. But the way it sit, I didn't like that. So that was another reason for the trade. Honey gang, until next time, we on the road to 10K. We want that first YouTube plaque, man. We want that first YouTube plaque in the back, you understand me? And I know we can get there, man. There's been a whole lot of love in the community, man. There's been a whole lot of love, honey gang, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, man. Make sure that you like, subscribe, tell somebody that's gonna tell somebody. We are on the road to 10K, you understand? Until next time.